Michel Foucault's Discipline and Punish traces the evolution of Western systems of punishment from the brutal public executions of the 18th century to the more civilized modern prison system. He begins with a graphic description of a public torture, not to shock the reader, but to illustrate how punishment used to be a theatrical display of sovereign power. Foucault argues that this spectacle served to reinforce authority and deter dissent. The book then transitions into the 19th century shift toward more humane forms of discipline, exemplified by the rise of prisons. However, Foucault reveals that this shift was not simply about kindness or moral progress. Instead, it reflected a deeper transformation in how power is exercised, not through violence, but through surveillance, normalization, and control over bodies and behavior. Central to this analysis is Foucault's concept of disciplinary power, which he sees as a subtle but pervasive force that shapes individuals into obedient subjects. Institutions like schools, hospitals, military barracks, and factories serve as disciplinary mechanisms that mold behavior through routines, spatial organization, and constant observation. The prison becomes just one node in a much broader system of social control. Foucault introduces the panopticon, a prison design proposed by Jeremy Bentham, as a metaphor for modern disciplinary society. In this design, inmates never know when they're being watched, leading them to internalize surveillance and police themselves. This architecture of control spreads across society, creating self-regulating individuals who conform without the need for coercion. Ultimately, Discipline and Punish challenges the idea that modern justice is a linear story of progress. Foucault argues that punishment has become more insidious, embedding itself into the very fabric of society. Rather than liberating us, modern institutions create docile bodies and minds, efficient, productive, but subtly oppressed. Life lessons from Discipline and Punish. Power doesn't need violence to control. It thrives through normalization. Understanding that power can function invisibly through norms and expectations helps you recognize how societal systems influence your behavior. Surveillance leads to self-discipline, sometimes to your own detriment. Being constantly aware of being watched can lead you to conform excessively. It's important to reflect on whether your actions are authentic or merely reactions to social pressure. Freedom requires critical awareness of institutional influence. To truly be free, you must be conscious of how institutions shape your thoughts, habits, and self-perception. Don't mistake order for justice. Systems that seem orderly or fair may still be oppressive. It's crucial to question the ethics behind societal structures, rather than blindly accept them. Reclaim agency by resisting automatic obedience. You can regain power over your life by actively questioning rules, routines, and roles that have been imposed on you, and by choosing which ones genuinely serve your growth.